Mirchi Hot Shot, only on 98.3 Mirchi. It's hot.
98.3 Mirchi par main hu RJ Kanika. This is Mirchi Hot Shot and I have with me Mr. Dhiren N, who is a chairman, COTAAP Research Foundation. Good evening, sir. Welcome to Mirchi. Please आप हमें बताएं that what is the current situation concerning cotton and the related industry today?
तो कॉटन में सबसे बड़ी इश्यू करंटली ये है कि we are seeing record high prices not seen in the last 10 years. So it's been become very expensive for the time being. Cotton is an agricultural crop and commodity, so prices tend to fluctuate. There are cycles, and right now we are at a cycle which has made prices very high.
And do you think there's any change in the way consumption of the fabric is concerned?
No, I don't think so. We'll have to compete with other fibers for sure, but other fibers have also been going up. As you know, worldwide there has been inflation because of the pumping of money by leading economies of the world, which has led to higher prices all through across commodities.
So due to COVID, a lot of industries have seen a lot of changes. There have been a lot of negatives in a lot of industry और बहुत सारी industry में कुछ positives भी हुए हैं. So as long as the cotton industry is concerned, can you tell me if there are any positives or if there is any kind of a negative in the situation that we are in the circumstances like COVID-19?
So cotton is a commodity which is produced and consumed across maybe 80-90 countries of the world. So it's very widespread, the effect. But let me focus on India. The positive development from COVID is that a lot of business has moved out from China and is coming into South Asia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and India in particular. So we as Indians should be very happy. Our textile industry should be very happy.
Anything do you feel like in terms, again, because I am coming from a consumer's point of view. The people who are listening to us, they don't necessarily understand how things function in the background, but how is their life? I mean, in the terms of COVID, the positive that you're explaining, how does it affect me? What is the positive that I have experienced?
I think the development is going to be on the long term, where India will become a powerhouse of the textile industry and the cotton textile industry in particular. And that will mean more production, more consumption, more product available, more choices available to the consumer over a period of time.
So we've spoken about the positives. Tell me, what are the challenges facing the cotton growers and industry today as we speak?
So the biggest challenge for sure is that of low productivity. We in India are the largest producer of cotton and also having the largest acreage under cotton. So these two are positives, but the negative parallelly moving with this is our yields are one of the lowest in the world. So we have the largest area, but our yields are one of the lowest in the world, and therefore we can produce much more than what is being produced by the country right now. Even if we were to reach the world average, our production would double. So that is the biggest challenge that the country is facing. And consumption, like I told you, is going to go up. And if that happens, with the raw material and the production not matching up, India will lose the competitive edge of raw material.
So as you mentioned, World Cotton Day is coming and you're doing a lot of things, planning a lot of things around it. What is your message to each and everyone who's listening to you, who's watching you? One message that you would want to give to people.
So like you may have heard before, cotton is good for me, my country and my planet. So use cotton. Everybody should be using cotton.
All right. Thank you so much, Dhiren. Because we are Mirchi, we play music and everything. And I just feel because the day is also setting. Is there any one song you want me to play when I play this interview of yours?
Anything you want. Anything you want, Kanika.
I anyway play whatever I want, but I want to know that one song that you really like.
Anything from the old timers, a Gulzar song maybe?
Gulzar song. Okay. Any favorite singer, Kishore Kumar or anyone?
No, that doesn't matter.
All right. So I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep Gulzar's song ready for you when I play this interview. Thank you so much for giving me this time and for sharing all this basket of information with us. Today, I have with me a very, very, very big man. Thank you so much for making time for us, for giving us time. Dr. Gary Adams, who is the President and CEO, National Cotton Council USA. Welcome, Gary. How are you this fine morning, evening?
I'm doing very well, and it's a pleasure to be with you.
As we know that cotton is a natural fiber and it uses all natural resources for its production, how can cotton be ensured to be used as a sustainable source for textiles in the future?
And certainly sustainability is front and center in a lot of the conversations we have with brands and retailers and with consumers. And I think cotton is well positioned to be able to meet the needs of the brands and retailers and the consumers from a sustainability perspective. And you're right, it is a natural fiber grown from natural resources. I think once we have an opportunity to talk to the consumers about the data and some of the facts about cotton production, they understand it is a sustainable fiber. And particularly when we look at some of the data that we have from U.S. cotton production, we have information going back to 30 or 35 years that shows how we are becoming much more efficient with the use of our resources, and our efficiency with water, our efficiency with energy, our greenhouse gas emissions are all shrinking relative to the amount of cotton that we produce. And I do believe that's the type of information that consumers are looking for. I think we as an industry, a global industry, have the challenge in front of us to continue to improve and to continue to reduce our environmental impact. And certainly a lot of cotton industries around the world are working toward that end right now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for shedding some light on this topic. And before I go to the next question, I really want to know that since you're so closely associated with this entire initiative, and of course, there is a step towards stability, sustainability and stability of this environment that everyone's going towards. Is this something that you really passionately care about, and that's why you're also at the center of this? What is the concept of sustainability? How does it fit into your lifestyle?
Okay, no, it's a good question, and I think when we look at sustainability as an industry or personally, I think it's about being as efficient with our resources as we can, and always realizing that there's room for improvement. And I think I'm very fortunate to work for a cotton industry that takes that message very seriously and takes our work very seriously along those lines. And in fact, we have over the last 2 years just launched a new sustainability program within the U.S. cotton industry called the U.S. Cotton Trust Protocol. And it's giving us an opportunity to engage with cotton farmers and give them the tools they need to more accurately measure their use of inputs, be able to evaluate their environmental impact, and then also identify areas for continuous improvement. So I would say right now, at the work we're doing for the U.S. cotton industry, our sustainability efforts are really at the very core of what we're trying to do as an industry to progress.
What is your final message for everyone, a final comment for the World Cotton Day?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. I look at World Cotton Day, and the theme for this year's World Cotton Day is Cotton for Good. And I do think the consumers need to understand a lot of the advances that are going on within cotton, the efforts that are being made within the industry to continuously improve. And again, go back to consumers should make that natural choice, and cotton is that natural fiber that we really want to continue to promote, and I think it will appeal to consumers.
Thank you so much, Gary. Thank you for your time. I want to know, do you listen to radio? Do you listen to radio in the US?
I do mostly listen to Sirius XM, so satellite radio. Yeah.
All right. So then you will not know a lot about Hindi songs. Otherwise, I would have asked you which song do you want me to play. But I would also want to ask you, do you know anything about Mumbai? Have you ever been in Mumbai?
I have never been to Mumbai. No, I'd love to come to India sometime.
For sure, and you'll see a lot of us wearing cotton shirts over here. So you'll be very proud of us.
Yes, very good. Very good.
Thank you so much, Gary. Thank you for your time. Have a lovely morning. Have a great Friday.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Mirchi Hot Shot. Mirchi Hot Shot. Only on 98.3 Mirchi. It's hot.